Today I would like to talk about the Lotus healing training. The Lotus healing came to Earth 7 years ago. It was in the transition between 2011 and 2012. I waited a long time for this Lotus healing to arrive on Earth. Sai Baba told me about that many years before that, and so I didn't quite understand why I had to wait so long. But then when it arrived, it totally became clear why I had to wait, because it was only then possible that Lotus Heaven opened their gates to bring this new healing techniques and healing rays to Earth. So the Lotus always is the connection to the pure divine light. So it's like our Lotus chakra that opens in devotion for our light to heaven. And each avatar or Buddha or the divine entities are always painted or in their statues in a way that they sit or stand in a lotus flower. So lotus means the untouched, pure, divine light. So lotus gives the divine light a home on earth. And for lotus healing, it means that you will receive an initiation within your heart chakra and your hand chakras for this pure lotus energy. So you will then be able to heal with the pure lotus light. And so there are different lotus qualities and access levels. And the first one that we work is the white lotus. The white lotus is very cleansing and clearing, and it brings the light of one's own origin into your energy system. So there are techniques to fill the whole body by placing the hands on the body with the white lotus light. There are techniques where you bring this via your hand chakras to the chakras, so they experience that like a chakra bath, and it raises the vibration in all the main chakras. You learn to place lotus flowers on areas on the body or in the aura where the lotus energy is needed, and from there the lotus light penetrates layers and stimulates a new harmonious flow. And also we can use the white lotus to support earth, especially the water element, to bring this cleansing of the pure divine light into the water flows, and to place lotus flowers, energetic lotus flowers there. We can also support the other elements and earth. We can support the nature temples, the landscape temples in the process of being rebuilt or being awakened. Lotus is like a very easy door opener for all the different worlds, because it's uniting everything. It's always alignment to the divine light, no matter what kind of expression they have, what kind of creation aspects they represent, or what kind of path somebody follows. It's totally above everything and includes everything. So all the different paths of religions on earth. So if it's about the true connection to the divine light, Lotus is the energy that brings this purity and divinity into everything. So working with Lotus healing for topics, we have different Lotus qualities. So we have the white pink Lotus. It's related to the white pink Lotus source of the Divine Mother. So this source contains the unconditional love of the Divine Mother of Lotus Heaven. The white pink lotus light is like a soothing balm for the soul. It brings healing, it goes through all the layers and helps to let go, and everything dissolves in a gentle way within this white pink lotus source. And when the white pink lotus light touches the root of an issue or problem, then you can be sure that the healing took place, and you don't have to worry about anything, that it could come back again, because once it touched the root, then the whole path has experienced the dissolution and the healing that was necessary. And all these Lotus healing techniques have Lotus angels and Lotus beings who accompany the healing methods, who open and hold the healing space. So it's like being in a Lotus temple for this healing. And it's for both the same, for the Lotus healer and for the clients. Everyone is part of this stream of pure Lotus energy that flows through the healer as the clear channel for this Lotus light. And it is very clearly brought to the areas where a client would need this specific Lotus quality. So it's different if somebody needs a white Lotus or the white pink Lotus, and then there are further Lotus qualities. So for example, the purple Lotus. The purple Lotus is there to transform all structures or blockages, stagnation that's somewhere in the energy system, and there are of course long stories related to that, why this structure has been formed. And the purple Lotus, with its fire in its center, it's a very dynamic force, so that goes through the whole system and clears and removes these old structures or everything that might be holding you back and moving forward on your path. And so there are sometimes combination of these three different Lotus qualities to complete the healing. And some involve journeys into Lotus heaven, into the Lotus temples, into the Lotus sources, that you can really be in that very supportive environment. And it always happens just by opening and through your devotion to accept this help from heaven for yourself. You don't have to make a wish list to focus on something or to remember what happened in the past. It's very simple yet very powerful, because once something is touched by Lotus light, it starts to open up, and the healing can take place naturally. And then there are the golden Lotus quality. So that's related to the golden light of heaven that streams very strongly to earth with the golden waves that come to earth, helping in this awakening process of the golden age and bringing peace and abundance and a natural light presence. And with the golden Lotus light, we support the whole energy system, the chakras, the aura, with the sound vibration of golden Lotus, with golden Lotus singing bowls, with the holy Lotus oil, golden. And we have a technique where we bring the golden Lotus light to all the organs in the body using the meridian system and the acupressure and acupuncture points, so that the stream of golden light goes through the organs, so that they get a recognition for the golden light. And then in the next step is that we really treat the whole body, each organ for itself, to bring the golden light into the organ, into the tissue around the organ and in the astral organ, so that at the end the whole body is glowing from inside with golden light, and so that the body also gets to know what it means to be a light being, and to get attuned to the new frequencies of golden light on earth. It's a very relaxing and peaceful technique. And so it takes a while, of course, but it always has to be done in one session, because we can't leave one part of the body behind, because our body wouldn't like that. And then we have the black golden Lotus, so that's for the balance of male and female energies, and it strengthens Shakti energy, the female creation power, And it's beautifully to see when that happens, how this natural rhythm within your body, within your energy system can take place, and that it's really nourishing, supporting with this black golden light for the time we are living in. And then there is the magenta lotus. The magenta lotus is connected to the abundance of light of all creation and to the starlight knowledge and starlight presence on earth. And with this we can support not only people but also places, living environment, to bring this abundance of light into there. And the combination of gold and magenta, we have a lotus crystal, a magenta golden lotus crystal, and with that we can work in the aura and for the body to free and awaken potentials and qualities, and the layers that might be around these potentials and qualities, they are removed by just placing this crystal in the right spot. And this is a great support on your own path of development, that these potentials that are there within you can be actually touched and get nourished by the lotus energy, and they start to blossom and become part of your everyday life. And then there are two other lotus qualities. One is the black lotus, that is related to the black avatars, and the black light is not to be mistaken with darkness. The black light is a very strong presence of light. There is only light, and it's inside, so it's not radiating out like the white light, where it's shiny, where it's more crystalline. The black light makes the light to be strong within, so it supports the presence of your own light within yourself, and that you give your own light the space within your energy system more than before. So with the black lotus we work especially for the throat chakra to support you in this own presence of light and being more expanded with your own light qualities. And the second one is the Sai Shakti lotus, and that's connected to the Divine Mother of Lotus Heaven, with her unconditional love for all creation, and that supports your own heart chakra to get more into this natural flow of being connected, being one with this never-ending stream of the Divine Mother and her unconditional love. It helps to unfold your own heart chakra qualities, that your own heart chakra start to blossom like a flower that opens more and more for the light. And it also brings deeper healing into aspects where you can't love yourself. So it supports the self-love and self-healing qualities within yourself. And these have been the 8 lotus qualities that we had from the very beginning of the lotus healing training. And we have this holy lotus oil that helps the people during a session or the healer to intensify this lotus quality to work with, or when the people after a session go home, they might need this lotus oil, or they can do lotus mudras together with the lotus oil to support this new flow or new presence, or to deal with the consequences of the transformation in their own life. And then there are new levels of lotus healing that came a few years later. They have to do with the lotus fire. The lotus fire and the fire lotuses are related to the fire of creation. So at the beginning we had the 4 lotus fire qualities: the white, the black, the red and the golden fire. And there are also divine incarnations related to those who bring this specific fire quality to earth. And it's like a fire supply. And this lotus fire they bring different healing techniques where the fire is used not only in fire rituals that are also part of the Lotus healing fire part, but also in combination with crystals that are charged with a specific Lotus fire quality. And so there are techniques, and the main thing is all about bringing your own pure vibration from heaven into yourself here on earth. So there are techniques where your own original sound vibration is brought in via the lotus flowers, so that this vibration, your own sound quality, is with you. There are access levels to the silver starlight, which brings new healing ways into your system. There are ways to work with the white lotus fire and the golden lotus fire to get rid of old blockages, old things where you are still not in peace with yourself and your path, and so that your own body also can experience the liberation. So we work with that for the spleen and the liver, and really removes these old blockages so that you're free, and the space that is opening through this gets immediately filled with your own light that wants to be there. So it's a great support for your own path of completion. And a few years ago, new creation levels came to Earth, new creation levels for the 5 elements, and Agni brought that as a training to Earth on his sacred land, and I took part. And when we had the fire element, there was new healing from the fire that arrived, and new dimensions of healing through the fire. And then I became aware that there is this pink golden lotus fire for this new time, and it's also connected with this lotus angels who are part of this new fire quality. And there are these rays of pink and golden light that supports the healing, and this healing touches the heart and let you experience that you are whole, that you are complete. And so it helps you really to open up for your own divine vibration, and through your heart chakra it starts to emerge and to be spread in your entire energy system. So this brings a completely new healing experience. And so we have the pink golden lotus fire in form of rituals, fire ceremonies and healing techniques. And then there is, for the black golden lotus, the fire came as well, because it's now the time that the female creation power, the Shakti energy, gets much stronger than before, so that the female creation power takes its inherent place next to the Shiva power. And with this new balance that comes out of that, new creation flows can be there. So we support with the black golden lotus fire this whole process to strengthen your own Shakti power within yourself, no matter if you are incarnated as a female or male person. And then 2 years ago, during a master retreat on Agni Sacred Land, I experienced a new lotus quality, a white golden lotus, a huge white golden lotus that carries all the new creation levels of light with the seeds of light inside. And it's a perfect harmony between the white Christ light and the golden light of peace. And this brings a new awakening, a new creation cycle, and we can be attuned to that. And so with the white golden lotus, we work to really attune our entire energy system, all our chakras and the body, to this white golden lotus light. And there are amazingly new tools to work with the white golden lotus quality. And for all this lotus fire qualities, I have this lotus fire sprays, and the new lotus fire, the pink golden, the black golden lotus fire, and for the white golden lotus there's also the spray, and the 2 holy lotus oils, also the pink golden one and the white golden one. to support this new ways of healing. Yeah, so that's the content of the Lotus healing training, and the abundance of techniques and what you can do with these different Lotus qualities. They are always supported through the Divine Mother of Lotus Heaven. That's why we have this altar here with the Tara statue, which represents the Divine Mother of Lotus Heaven, with her unconditional love and light, bringing it through Lotus vibration to Earth and all the beings. And there are always Lotus beings and Lotus angels who support all the different kinds of healing that we have, all the different methods, and they help with this creation of the healing spaces wherever the Lotus healing is offered. Yeah, so all of you who feel this calling to serve with the pure Lotus energy from heaven, earth and other people and animals and beings, you are heartily invited to join this training. It takes place in either 3 times 6 days, or for those who travel maybe a long distance, I also offer this course in 2 times 9 days. After each path you can already offer the Lotus healing you learned. It's immediately there, and it's beautiful what you can bring to other people and to Earth with this Lotus healing techniques.